change. But I think it's all with a very good intention of making things move and flow.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that though, but like they've just been actually rejecting quite a bunch of investor residency stuff recently, but we'll see that. But like on that topic of residency, I mean, do people need residency to move here?
Not at all. Not at all. Especially when you don't, when it's your first visit, like when you don't know Costa Rica, right? So, and we've said this in other podcasts. I think it's always the best, if you've never been to Costa Rica, it's always the best idea is to rent first. And you don't need to go through the residency process when you're renting or when you're just really settling down and trying to understand what it's like to live here. You just get a tourist visa, you get a tourist stamp when you come in, and you and so this gives them time to really understand, and settle in a place or maybe move to another area, and also change, sort of experience a different location and community. And all they need to do is before their stamp, exceeds the time that was given to them, they just need to do a border run.
Yeah.
A lot of expats in different communities get together and do it, go have lunch on the other side, either Panama or Nicaragua, and then they come back in.
I mean, they get it.
So I know it sounds too easy, but it is.
They get it for 6 months. And I think that their driver's license now is for 6 months as well. It used to be for 3 months, but I think now 6. So they just go across the border and come back in and they're fine.
Yeah. It used to have to be, remember, 72 hours.
Yeah.
You have to be 72 hours outside of Costa Rica, not anymore.
I think if you want to like really live here and open bank accounts and have ease of like doing business, meaning if you have any interest of doing business or anything here, like it's always good to get residency. I mean, personally, I'm a citizen of the UK and also a citizen of Costa Rica. Like it's kind of cool going with 2 passports personally. Like residency is great as well, because when you arrive, if you're a resident here, you don't need to go down the tourist style. You go straight down the other one and you're straight through. Like that's a benefit for it. But like opening bank accounts, getting electricity at home, paying bills, all that stuff becomes a lot easier. It's not impossible to do. It's like a tourist, but it's a lot easier to do when you're a resident here.
Absolutely. Yes. And that's why I was sort of saying, it's for those people who are just starting in Costa Rica, who are not sure if they want to stay or even purchase to live here then, for sure, for a longer term. So, I think that there are different situations for each family. What I do with clients who are serious about moving down is I put them in contact with the immigration lawyer. Yeah. I think that conversation is very healthy because every situation is unique. And so they get to have this, just really explore with the immigration lawyer all the options that she will recommend depending on what it is that they want to do. Yeah. Not a lot of people say that they want to open up a business, but this is something that I always tell the lawyer. I say, hey, recommend it to them. Make sure that this is part of the conversation because a lot of expats then decide to open a business. Yeah. So eventually, it's like, hey, think about, make sure that you guys have this conversation. Make sure you include it in. Yeah.
And there's ways that you can still not have residency here. You can still have a business and work in it as a shareholder and pay yourself, etc. It's just life becomes easier when you're a resident here.